Hey, welcome to week 4, day 1. After this week, we will be 2/3 of the way done with this exercise routine. For day 1, we're going back to the upper body. A lot of this we've already done, so I'm not going to go over everything, but a couple of things we haven't touched on yet. So, a couple things for the warm-up today. I'll just show you the incline push-ups again and the plate ground to overhead. We've done up-downs before just to get the heart rate going a little bit. Some of the stretching we've all done. I don't think we've done the plate stretch yet, so I'll just show you a little bit of what I do. This is just something I do to kind of stretch my arms out a little bit. And then the cardio for today is just a little bit of a run or a bike ride or something if you have that at home. We'll come back and look at this in a second, but we'll get going with incline push-ups and the plate ground overhead and then the plate stretch. So incline push-ups, just like before, I think we've showed these before. Find something you can put on, lean against, little off the ground, a chair, a bench, a box, anything you got, and then you're just like a normal push-up, coming chest straight down to that. Should be a little bit easier than a normal push-up would be. Okay, that's simply that. The plate ground to overheads we've done before. Just a little warm-up. Get yourself a plate or something with a little bit of weight. Leaning down, touching it to the ground, and then you're just bringing it straight over your head. Okay? So for the plate stretch, I usually like to grab, 2.5s or 5s. You can go up to 10s, but you're not supposed to. You're not really needing something very heavy. So what I do with these is just a little bit of arm circles. You can do them both at the same time or one at a time. I usually let myself kind of lean to one side, kind of getting bigger as you're letting your shoulder kind of stretch out, and then I usually do a couple in one direction and then reverse. Doing the other side as well, and you can kind of keep working your rows a little bit, flipping your arms back, and then you can do some tricep extensions, either single arm, you can pull them together, work a little bit out of tricep extensions, double, some military press, and then you can do a little chest press too. Okay? Just trying to work, get things moving around a little bit. So work on a few of those. It's really good, especially before an upper body day. All right, so for the main today, we've pretty much done everything. Want to try and hit pull-ups a little bit more today. If you can't do them, just do your best. We're going to try a little bit later on the half chin-up. So what that is you're not trying to get all the way up. You're just stopping mid, getting halfway and holding, trying to tire yourself out a little bit. We'll do the chest press on the ground. We've done it on the bench before. We'll do it on the ground. Then the bench dips, and then I'm going to go over a couple band things with you as well. So the chest press, you can do it on the bench, but I'm just going to show you on the ground. PVC pipe, dumbbell, barbell, whatever you got. But when you're doing this, you're just bringing the back of your triceps to the ground. So you're not breaking 90 on this. You're just letting them touch the ground and going from there. Okay? On the bench, you'll get farther down and you'll be breaking 90, but this is just bringing it straight to the ground from there. Okay? We've gone over bench dips before, but I'll show those one time. Just standing out and then dropping yourself down. Trying to point your elbows backwards. Don't flare them out like this. Trying to point them straight backwards. Targeting your tricep. Alright? And then some bicep curls. So get yourself a band if you want, or PVC pipe, dumbbell, whatever you want. But anything you can do with a dumbbell, you can pretty much do with a band as well. So what I do is, you can do them single arm, so step on it. If you want to give yourself a little bit more difficulty, wrap it up a little bit. And then you're just doing your normal bicep. This band is a little bit long, so I would wrap it up a little bit, give myself a little bit more resistance. Okay? You do a double arm, where you step in between both hands and curl it that way. Like I said, wrap it around a little bit, make it a little bit more difficult for you. Alright? You can do that with tricep extensions too, or like I said, you can just use your dumbbell over your head, keeping your elbows facing forward, your triceps facing forward. Don't flare your arms out like this. Keep them straight down. coming to the back of your neck. And up. Alright, the half chin up with the paws, we've done that before. You're hanging, getting yourself about halfway, holding yourself there for 2 to 3 seconds, letting yourself down. The only other thing was during the cool down, resistance band, cool down. We've gone over a couple of leg ones before, but some of the upper body ones. So get yourself onto something, and then you do a couple different things. You can roll your arm back, slowly stretching it out. It's more of a, it's a stretch at this point, so you're not trying to kill yourself. Giving yourself some resistance, and you can keep leaning back or wrapping it up like I did with the bicep curls, giving yourself a little bit more resistance. You can work on your tricep extensions like I was saying. Okay, you can do that one-handed or two-handed. Okay. You can work on some of the shoulder stuff we did, similar to on the wall, but it gives you a little bit different dynamic ability in terms of holding it against resistance. Alright, or you can fold your arm behind your back, working that anterior middle deltoid. Alright, get yourself a band. If you don't have one, you can do a ton of stuff with them. So that's it for the day. We'll get to day 2 tomorrow.